Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video on my YouTube channel in which we are going to learn material design Bootstrap 5 with React. So let's have a look of today's agenda without wasting any time. So in today's video we are going to build this many different components using material design Bootstrap 5 with React. So we will start building the form component along with validation, then we will build accordion, and likewise we will build all these components one by one with material design Bootstrap 5. So overall we are going to build 15 components in today's video using material design Bootstrap 5. So let's have a quick look of all these 15 different components. So I hope you will enjoy this building different component with me in today's video. And guys, once you build all these components, then you can build your own awesome website with React using Material Design Bootstrap 5 by assembling all these components into one project. And the source code of this video will be free. So I will provide the GitHub link in the description section. So guys, you can check the description for the GitHub link. So guys, before we start writing any code, if you haven't subscribed this channel, then please subscribe my channel, and if you like this video, then please press the like button. So it's time to start working on this material design Bootstrap 5 component. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code, and first we have to set up the material design Bootstrap in our React project. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So guys, I am in my Visual Studio Code and I have already created a React project using the command npm create react app and your project name. So you can create this basic React application using the command npm create react app, and you can give your the project name here. Okay, so I have already created this project and I have removed all the content inside this class name app, and I have just give the heading like Bootstrap Hive form validation, and I'm going to create a folder here. So this will be the structure in our this material design Bootstrap series. So inside this component I will have different component. So the first file goes like form validation, because we are discussing how you can perform the form validation with the help of Bootstrap Hive, and we have to set up the Bootstrap Hive as well in our React application. So I'm just going to the official doc, and this is the standard version of this Bootstrap Hive. You have to select the React version, so you have to select this one, and let's just copy this one and let's install this package here. So npm install, I think I have already copied, so just paste it here. Npm install mdb react ui kit, and let's wait for the installation, and meanwhile I'll go to this here get started, and here we need this one. We need to import this css file, then only all the Bootstrap Hive styling will apply. So in the index.js file we have to paste it, and in future video I may use icon as well. So I'm going to use this one, font awesome. So you can just copy this one. So in this video we are not going to use any icon, it's not required anyway. And in the index.html, just paste it, here, this font awesome hidden link, and we are done with the Bootstrap setup in our React application. And this package is installing, so let's wait for the package installation. And it's like the package got installed. So, and in different terminal, my environment is already running, so I'm just going to close this one. So let's start working on this form validation component. So first, and I'm also going to use the extension here. So this extension I am using to generate a snippet, and also I am using a prettier to format the code, as well as this one also I am using one more extension, bracket pair. Basically it will colorize your all closing and the opening brackets in your code. So let's start working on this component form validation. So I'm just going to generate the snippet here. So we got the snippet using the command rafce, and from React also I need hooks, use state, and from MDB, that is a material design bootstrap, we need some components. So MDB React UI kit, and from this we need MDB validation, we need MDB input, we need BTN as well, button. So MDB BTN and checkbox also. So MDB checkbox. Only 4 components required to implement the form validation with the help of Bootstrap Hive. So I'm just going to define the initial state of the each input field here. So use state, it will be an object, and form value, set form value. So I'm going to give here first name. We have a first name, we have a last name, we have an email as well, and we have a city, we have a city, state, and zip. Okay, and we are going to destructure this all form value, so that we don't have to write like form value dot first name, form value dot last name, like this we don't have to write. So we don't need to write that way, so just I'm going to destructure here. So first name, last name, email, city, state, and zip. After that we'll write logic here. So I'll remove this div MDB validation, we don't need this div. Okay, and here the class name will go. So the class name will be row g-3 no validate, and I'm going to provide some inline style here, like margin top 100 pixel, and inside that I will have one div, and this will also have some inline and style. So margin auto, padding 50 pixel, max width 400 pixel, and align content center. And inside this I will have a different input field. So mdb input, and it will having a value. So value will be first name, name will be first name. So now we'll have an on change. So we'll define this one later, on change input. So we'll define later, and I'm going to provide required, and I'm going to give label. So the label will be like first name, and we'll have the validator. So we'll have the validation like please provide a first name. Okay, and we can also check this one whether it's working or not. So here we'll have on change. First define this on change method, and we are going to set the form value, and let's destructure here name and value from the e.target. So name and value, name and value like this way, and this will be on change input, and we can have one button here. So just give one button btn, and value will be like submit, type will be submit, and color we can give here and color we can give here primary. Okay, and we need to also give this one invalid. So I think that's it. Let's go into the browser and see whether validation is working or not. Okay, we need to also bring this component in our app.js. So bring it here, form validation. Okay, so we got, okay, we have some issue with the, okay, sorry, in this way we cannot give the value. We need to give like this way, submit. Okay, now click on submit, and we got this like please provide a first name, and if you give, okay, it's not working. Let me see on change why it's not working. Okay, so it will be like this. Okay, now refresh it and give. Now we are able to enter something. So now we are able to type in the input field. So let's work on the other input field as well. So it will having a break, sorry, it will having a break here, and here also will have break, and I'm just going to copy this one, and this will be the last name, this will be the last name, and label will be last name. The message will be also like last name, and the third input field will be little bit different. Okay, so let's work on that one. So we need to give one class name here, input group as validation. So this is little bit different, and we'll have one span, and inside that we'll have the class name input group text, and I'll just need this one @, and after that we'll have a input field here, and here I'm not using the MDB input, class name. So you can combine with MDB input and the normal input component, because we are using this @, so that's why we have to use this way. So class name I'm going to give here form control, and the placeholder will be username, and this will also be required, and we'll have a div here with invalid feedback. This is the class name, and the message will be like, please choose a unique username. So this way also you can perform the form validation with the Bootstrap Hive. Okay, so you have to just need to provide the correct class name here. So this all are the Bootstrap class name we are using here, and after that, so this one need to copy again and just paste it here, and this will be the city, and the name will be the city. On change, let it be city. Level will be level will be the city. Please provide a city name. Please provide a valid city, and this one will be also invalid, and we can copy this one and paste it here below, and this will be for the zip code. So zip, this one will be the zip, and the message will be like, please provide a valid zip, and at the last we'll have the state as well. So state label will be state, and the message will be like, please provide a valid state. So email is not required here. So instead of email we have a username actually, sorry. So username we have here, value equal to username. So after a break, MDB checkbox, and label I'm going to give like agree to terms to term agree to terms and condition. And here we need to give the validation as well. So the validation like you must agree before submitting, and invalid and required. Okay, so we need to give break here, and let's submit here. And now, so we got our all the error message for respective input field. So if you give something here like John, it will become the green. So you can see that the color of border is getting changed from red to green, and the same thing will apply on each input field the moment you give the value into the input field. So you can give the city as well. So you can give UK, zip, something random, state you can give. And if you click on this agree to term and condition, the error will go away. So this is the form validation which we have implement with the help of Material Design Bootstrap version 5. We are going to see how you can implement the accordion with the help of Material Design Bootstrap version 5. So this accordion we are going to build, and if you click on accordion 1, you will see the content of accordion 1, and if you click on accordion 2, the accordion 1 will get closed. So at a time only one accordion will open and other automatically will get closed. So this accordion we will build in this application. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So guys, I have already created a file accordion under the component folder in which I am going to write the code related to the accordion, and this is some basic dummy data I have already set up here. So we have a title of accordion and the description of the accordion. So let's work on that. So first I will generate a React snippet, so RFCE, and this data will goes here. Let's put it here, and from material design we need some component. So let's bring that one, MDB React UI kit, and we need MDB accordion item and MDB accordion. And here we have to give some inline style, so style, and I am giving like margin top 100 pixel, and we'll have the MDB accordion, and this will also having a some style, and this will be like margin auto and max width 800 pixel, and we'll having a margin auto max width and align content center. So some of the styling I am giving from my end here, and here I need to map this data. So data.map item, and here I am going to use the MDB accordion item, and inside that I need to provide the collapse ID. So you can give the collapse ID the this title, so item dot title, and the description you can give here item dot description. And we also need to give one more props here, that is header title, and it will be like item.title only, and we are going to use this accordion in our app.js file. So I have already bring that accordion component in the app.js file. I have to just use it here, accordion, and let's comment out this one. We are not using this one in this video, and let's go into the browser. So it's not working. Let me see what is the issue. Okay, so we need to use here this way actually. You can use this way also. So either you can give this one, this bracket. Okay, so that was the issue. That's why it's not coming in the browser. So let's go into the browser. Now we are able to see the accordion. Let's see whether it's working or not. So it's working as expected. So guys, we have built this accordion with the help of Material Design Bootstrap version 5. We are going to build a image slider, or you can say that image carousel, and you can see that we can either go forward with this arrow and you can go backward with this arrow. So you can move around with this arrow, and you can also move with this controls. So you can also move around with this controls as well. If you click on this one, you will navigate toward that respective slide. So you can also navigate with this way. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and start writing this code. So let's create a file here. So I will create a file with the name image slider. Okay, and here I am going to generate a React snippet. So RAFCE and some components need from the Material Design Bootstrap. So that will be like MDB carousel element. Okay, so this need element MDB carousel. We need here MDB carousel item caption, sorry, MDB carousel caption, MDB carousel item, and MDB carousel inner. So this all things we need to implement that image slider, and we are also going to require this data.js file, in which I have 3 images with title and some description. Okay, and you don't have to worry about this all thing. I have already provided this all thing in the GitHub repository, so you can download this file from my repository. So link is already available in the description. So let's work on this one. So instead of div, I can have here MDB carousel. Okay, MDB carousel, and not inner, sorry, this one. Okay, and here we need MDB carousel inner, and inside that, sorry, and here we need show controls and show indicators, and inside this inner we are going to bring this data file. So let's format it here. So I'm going to bring the data file, and this data file actually required. So data dot map, I'm going to map, and here I need MDB carousel item, and inside that I need to provide one props, so item ID, and that will be the index we can give here. So we can use the index, array index, and now we can have MDB carousel element. Okay, this will be the closing tag only. So inside that source will be there, so we need to provide the source here. So src item dot image, and if there is no image we can provide the alt. So item dot title. Okay, and we can have here one more tag, so that is the MDB carousel caption. So this tag is needed, and inside that we can have h5 tag, item dot titles, and for description we can use p tag. So this can be like item dot description. Okay, now we need to bring this component in our app.js file. Okay, and you can already see that we have already bring that accordion and form validation. So now this time I'm going to bring that image slider component, and I'm going to use here, and we can make a comment. This one no need as of now. So let's go into the browser, and you can see that the height of image is not looking good. Okay, so what we can do here, we can go to Visual Studio Code, and we can adjust the height. So we can give the style here, inline style, and we can give the height here. So we need to give our own height. So height you can give 700 pixel. Okay, now let's go into the browser. So now we have adjusted the height of image, and now you can move forward by this arrow, and you can also go backward, and you can also move around with the help of these controls. Okay, so you can click on this and you can move around. We are going to implement this collapsible component. So if you click on this button, that is a collapse, so you will see that content is getting collapse here, and if you click again on this button, this will get hide. So this collapsible component we are going to build. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and start working on this collapsible component. Let's create a component here, one more. So the component will be like collapse. Okay, because we are working a collapsible component in this video. So the collapse.js, and I'm going to generate a snippet here, and from React I need one hooks as well. So that will be the use state, and from material design bootstrap we need some component like button. So button and mdb collapse, so this one also need. Okay, and we need to define one state. So the state will be show, and hit show, and use state, so it will be the false. Okay, and we are not going to use div here. I'll be using here fragment, and I'm going to use a button mdb btn. We'll have the on click. So on click we are just going to basically do the opposite here. Okay, so just give this one. So basically we are performing the toggling here, and the button value will be like collapse. Okay, so this name I am giving here, the button name is collapse, and we need to use this mdb collapse, and inside that I'm just going to copy some dummy data. So I have already this data.js file, and I'm just going to copy this description. So let's go into the collapse, and now we have, so now we are done with this collapse component, and let's go to the app.js file, and here we can comment this one, no need, and we can bring this collapse component here. So VS Code automatically suggests that component. And don't worry guys, all this code is available in the GitHub repository. I will provide the GitHub link in the description, so you can always check out my repository. So now let's go into the browser. So let's refresh. Now let's click on this one. So it's not working, so something I have missed here. So we have to provide one props here, so that will be the show only, show, and we can give here show. Okay, now let's go into the browser. Now click on this button collapse. Now we are able to get the content. Now click again, the content will go away. So now we have implemented the collapsible component. We are going to build a hard component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap version 5. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So now I am in my Visual Studio Code, and if you're following this series from the starting, then I am following this structure and this structure, and in the components folder we have a different material design bootstrap component. So overall I have created a 4 video in this series, and I have created a component like accordion, collapse, how you can do a form validation with the help of material design bootstrap, how you can implement the image slider. So this all component I have already created in my previous video, and if you haven't watched those video, I will provide the playlist link in the description, so that you can go and watch those video. So in this video we are working with the card component, so I will create one file here. So the file name will be the card here, so card.js, and I'm going to generate a snippet here, and we need some component from material design bootstrap, so I will bring those component, and we need like mdb card. Okay, and we need mdb card body, we need mdb card title, mdb card title, mdb card text. Okay, mdb card text, and we also need image in order to show the image, so we need mdb card image, and you can also add a button in your card component, so that you can use a button mdb btn. And we also need one data file here, so I have already this data file in my project, so you don't have to worry about this data file, it's already there in my GitHub repository. I will provide my GitHub repository link in the description, so that you can download this data.js file, and along with that all the files will be there in my GitHub repository. Okay, so let's work on this card component. So let's bring that first data file here. So import data. So I have bring that file here, and I'm going to use one bootstrap class name here. So the class name will be the row, and inside that I'm going to map that data.map. It will having an item. Okay, and now I will having a one class here, bootstrap class name. So that will be the call md4. Okay, and we need here mdb card. Okay, so card, and I'm going to give some style here. So the max width of the card will be 22 rem. Okay, and we'll having the image component here. So mdb card image. Okay, and inside that I will have this item dot image, and you can specify the position as well. So you can give like top if you wanted to give, so that is optional. Alt. So if there is no image, then item dot title, and in the card component body I will have our title and the description. So let's bring that mdb card body, and inside that I can have mdb, sorry, and inside that I can have mdb card title, and here I can show that like item dot title. And in order to show the description, so in the data.js you can see that we have image, title and description. So we can display the description in the card using this component mdb card text. Okay, so we can use this one, and inside that I can give like mdb, and inside that I can give like item dot description, and you can give the button as well here. So mdb btn, and you can give the any button name. So I'm just giving the button. If you wanted a button in your card, okay, so you can give the button in the card this way as well. Now let's go into the app.js file and bring that component, card component. So I'll bring that card component, and VS Code automatically suggests me that card component here. So it's automatically import that one, and we don't need this one collapse. So I'm just making a comment here. So let's go into the browser and see whether working or not. So we are successfully able to implement the card component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. We are going to implement a model with the help of React Material Design Bootstrap 5. So if you click on this button, that is launch demo model, so you will get this model, and you can close this model either by clicking on this close button, or you can close the model by clicking on this icon, close icon, and the model will also get closed if you click on this backdrop. Okay, so if you just click on this backdrop, this model will get closed. Okay, so let us start building this model component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. So let's create one file here in the component. So in the component folder, we are going to build all the different Bootstrap 5 component. So in this video, we are basically building the model component only. So I have created this model.js file, and I'm going to generate a snippet, React snippet. So RFCE. So I have generated this snippet, and so let's also bring the component from mdb react UI kit. So MDB React UI kit. So we need some component like, so we are going to use a button, then we are going to use a model here, then we'll be using a dialog box, okay, model dialog, then MDB model content, then we are going to have a MDB model header, then MDB model title, then we will having the MDB model body, then we are going to have the MDB model footer, okay. So this all component we need here, and let's keep here for now model only, and let's format this one, and we have to bring use state, and let's define one state here. So that will be the show set show, okay, use state, and initially it will be the false. Okay, so let's remove this content, we don't need this one, and I'm going to use a fragment here, and first I'm going to have this btn, okay. So I'm going to give here like launch demo model, and on click we are going to have one method that is a toggle show, okay. So let's define this one as well outside the return. So const toggle show, and here I'm going to have like set show. So basically we are toggling here, so I'm just going to do a opposite here. So this way basically you can do it toggle, and now I'm going to have MDB model, okay. So inside that we are going to have show, so I can just pass this state here so as it is, then get open state. So this all the props we need to provide here, e set show e, okay, and we have to give also a tab index, so this will be like -1. Let's do a format here once again, and after that we are going to have MDB model dialog, then MDB model content, then MDB model header, then we are going to have a MDB model title. This will be, you can give here like model title, okay, you can give anything here. Then we are going to have one button, so again I'm going to use MDB btn, okay, and it will having a class name btn close, and color it's going to having a none, and in on click method again I can pass this method toggle show. So let's pass this method toggle show, and after header we can have MDB model body. So inside that we are going to have some content, so I'm just going to data.js file, and I'm just going to copy this one description. You will already have this data.js file, because I will provide the GitHub link, so you can always check the description for that GitHub link. So just paste it here, that description. Okay, so we have pasted that one. Now after this model body, we are going to have a footer, mdb model footer. Then we are going to have mdb btn, and we can give here like close color, we can give here secondary, and again on click we can pass that method toggle show, and again we can have one more button. So this button don't have any on click method, because we are not going to save any kind of data. So you can give here like save changes. Okay, so we are almost done with this component, and let's go into the app.js file and bring that model component. So VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser whether it's working or not. So let's refresh this one. Let's click on this launch demo model, and we have got this model. You can close this model by clicking on this icon. You can close the model by clicking on this close button, and you can also close the model by this if you click on the backdrop. So this way also you can close the model. We are going to see how we can build this tooltip component with the help of React Material Design Bootstrap 5. So if I hover on this button, so you can see that we have got this tooltip message that saying that hi, I am tooltip. So let's see how we can implement with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So in the component folder, I am going to create the tooltip component. So let's create the tooltip file here, tooltip.js, and let's generate the snippet here, and we have to bring the mdb tooltip from mdb react ui kit. So let's bring that one from mdb react ui kit, and we need mdb tooltip. Okay, and inside this div, so here I'm going to use a fragment, and here we can use here mdb tooltip, and we can pass one props here. So wrapper props, here we can specify the color of button first, so it will be the secondary. Okay, and the title, so what will be the title of the tooltip? So let's give like hi, am tooltip. Okay, and let's give the value of the button tooltip, and let's bring this component into our app.js file. So VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser. Let's refresh this one. So you can see that we have got this tooltip, and guys, you can also play with the position of the tooltip. So what you can do here, so you can pass one more props here like placement, and you can give here like left. So if you give left, so it will show on the left side. Likewise, you can play around with the position of tooltip. So if you give right, so it will appear on the right hand side. So you can see that how we can build a pop over component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So if you click on this one, we have got this pop over title, and this will get closed if you click on outside. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code first. So guys, I am going to create a file here under the component. So the file name will be popover.js. So let's generate a snippet here first. So I have generated the snippet, React snippet with RFCE. and we need to bring some component from MDB React UI Kit. So from MDB React UI Kit, we need to bring here like MDB popover, MDB popover body, and MDB popover header. So this three component is needed. So I'm going to use here fragment, and we can use here like MDB popover, and we have to pass some props here. So size we can give here LG, and color we can give here danger, and BTN children. So that means the button value. So I am giving the value of button popover. Dismiss means if you click outside the popover, it will basically close the popover. Okay. Now inside that we can give here and MDB popover header, and header we can give here popover title, something like that, title. And after that we can have a body, MDB popover body, and inside that we can give some content. So let's give this content. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this one. You will already have this file because I'm going to provide the GitHub link of this video, so you don't have to worry about that one. Let's go into the app.js file, and we have to bring this popover component. So VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser. So let's refresh this one. So you can see that we have got this popover, and if you click outside, this will get close. Okay, so this is working now. So we have successfully able to implement the popover component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So guys, now we will see how we are going to create this different button with the help of React Material Design Bootstrap. So let's go into the Visual Studio Code and see how we can implement this different button with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So guys, I am going to create a file here under this component folder. So that will be like button mdb, okay, .js, and I will generate a snippet first, and I am gonna need a button from MDB React UI Kit. So from MDB React UI Kit we need button as well as icon also, because we are going to use that one as well. So I will show you how you can use icon inside the button. So we need to bring the icon as well, and so let's define first button. So MDB BTN, and this will be the primary. Okay, now the second button is gonna be secondary. So you can specify the color here. So it receives props as a color, so you can specify the color. So for primary you don't need to provide this one color as a primary, because it shows the default value of that button, and in order to show the different color then you have to provide the props here. So color secondary, and let's give class name mx-2, and let's create one more button with the success. Okay, and the button value will be the success, and let's bring this button component into our app.js file. So button mdb, and let's go into the browser. So guys, you can see that we have a primary button, secondary button, and the success. So whenever you wanted to change the color of the button, then basically you can pass this props in the button, and you can specify which color you want. So for red you can pass the danger. Okay, so the next button we are going to see how you can basically implement the outline button. So again I'm just going to copy this one, and the color I'm going to give here. So I'm going to remove the color. So by default it will take the primary color, and here we can specify the outline, and here we can give outline. Okay, so let's see in the browser. So now you can see that this is the outline. Now we have another button that is a rounded. So if you want the button you're rounded, so what you have to do, so you have to give like rounded, and let's give the color this time danger. Okay, and this one is a rounded. So let's go into the browser. So now you can see that this time the button got rounded. Now you can also do a rounded outline button. So what you have to do for that one, so let's give color this time secondary. Okay, and this is a rounded outline, and for outline you have to specify one. So you have to specify one props here. So let's save this one. Let's go into the browser. So now you can see that this is a rounded outline. Okay, now you can also add an icon inside the button. Now you can also add a icon inside the button. So let's give couple of break here. Okay, and let's give like mdb btn and floating size, give lg, and you can give tag a, and we are going to use a Facebook icon. So mdb icon fab icon equal to Facebook. Okay, and let's go into the browser, and you can see that we have got this Facebook icon. Now you can also have another icon. So now you can also provide your own styling. That means if you wanted to adjust the color, then you can also provide that color in your own style. So let's see how we can do that one. So what I can do, I can just do a copy here, this thing, entire thing, just paste it here, and let's remove this one. We can give class name m1, and we can specify a style here, and in which we can specify the background color. Okay, so this way also you can specify your own styling. So I'm going to give a background color 55 ACEE. Okay, and we can remove this one. So you can give href, and this time I'm going to use a tutor icon. So tutor icon. Okay, and let's go into the browser. Now you can see that we have got this tutor icon with our own background color. Okay, now you can also give the text inside the button along with the icon. So let's see how we can do that one. So I'm just going to copy this one, and I'm going to just paste it here, and let's remove this class name, and here let's give one more style. So you can also give like margin bottom 5 pixel, and let the same background color. So you can also give here like background color as this way also, so it will work that way only. So it will work with this styling as well. And here, since we have to write the text inside the button along with the icon, so you can specify here Twitter. Okay, and let's give one space, and let's go into the browser. So now you can see that you can also write a text along with the icon in this button. So these are all the button components that we have implemented with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. So guys, now let's see how we can create these badges with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So these 3 badges we are going to create now with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and see how we can implement these badges. So now I am going to create a file here that is called badge, okay, .js, and I'm going to generate a snippet here first, and then I need to import some component from MDB React UI Kit. So from MDB React UI Kit we need badge, and we are also gonna need MDB icon and button, okay, because we are going to use everything here. So let's write one h4 tag here. In h4 tag we will have hello React, and then let's define our badge, okay. So MDB badge, and then we can give here color. So color, if you are not specifying a color, then it will take a primary color, okay. So I am not going to specify any color, and we can use one class name m-2, and then we can give here like MDB, okay. And after that let's have a break couple of, okay, and let's see whether this badge is working or not. So we need to bring this badge into our app.js file. So let's bring the badge component here in our app.js file. So VS Code automatically import that component. So let's go into the browser. So now you can see that we have got this badge, okay. So now let's create another badge. So sometime you might need badge if you wanted to show some kind of number, like if you receive some kind of notification. So you might have notification number 1 2 3 4 like that. So you can also do that one with the help of badge. So let's do that one. So first we need MDB btn, and suppose we have a notification here, then we can have this badge. I'm just going to copy this one and I'm going to paste it here, and this will be notification in text only, okay. And let's define the color. So we can give color here danger, this will be ms-2, and we can give here color danger, and let's have a 2 break because we are gonna have another badge. Let's format this one and let's go into the browser. So now you can see that we have got this notification, okay. So here you can give number like 4 5, okay, something like that you can give here. And let's go into the browser and we can remove this break. Actually I think we don't need here, okay. So let's go into the browser. Now you can see that we have got this badge with the number 4. So that means we have a 4 notification to read. So guys, you can implement such kind of thing in your any React web application if you wanted to show the notification like this, okay. So now guys, we can have another badge, like if you wanted to have a icon along with the badge, so we can do that one as well. So let's define the a tag with the class name mx-3, okay. And let's use here MDB icon, and we can specify FS icon. So envelope, I'm going to give here the icon name, and size gonna be LG, and this will be the help login. So I'm going to remove this one, and we can have a badge here. So I can just copy this one and I can just paste it here. Color will be the danger, and we can give here notification pill. So this is the props we have to give here, and you can give here 12. Okay, so let's go into the browser. So you can see that we have got this badge here. So it's represent like we have to read a 12 message that we haven't read until now. So this kind of badge you can display in your any React application if you wanted to, with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So now it's time to see how we can implement this spinner component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and let's see how we can implement this spinner component. So I'm going into my Visual Studio Code and I'm going to create a file here under this component folder. The file name will be spinner.js. Okay, and let's generate a snippet using RFCE, and we have to bring two things from MDB React UI kit. So the first thing is we need to bring the spinner, MDB spinner, and we are also going to use the button. Let's bring the button as well, and here let's use MDB spinner with the class name m-2, and let's give some inline style. So we have to give width 3 rem and height is gonna be the same 3 rem, and inside this we are gonna having a span tag with the class name visually hidden. Okay, and we can give here like loading ... Okay, so let's see this one, and we have to bring this spinner component into our app.js file. So let's bring the spinner. So VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser. So now you can see that we have got the spinner. Now you can also have another spinner. So what you can do, so first let's copy the entire thing, and you can pass one props here that is called grow. Okay, only this much is required. So if you go back to the browser, now you can see that we have got a different spinner. Okay, so you can say that either a spinner or loading component. Now you can also display this spinner or loading component in the button as well. So let's see how we can implement that one. So first I'm gonna having some breaks. Okay, now MTB btn, and let's provide class name to m-2. Let's give one prop disabled, and after that we are going to just copy this one entire thing. So we can just copy this one and we can paste it here. Okay, and so we have to remove this thing. Okay, so this will be like size will be SM, means small. Role we can give here status, and tag equal to span. Okay, and this one will be the closing only. Okay, self closing. So we have to remove this one. Okay, and let's go into the browser and see whether it's working or not. You can give your loading, and let's go into the browser. So you can see that we have got this spinner inside our button. Now you can also write a text. Okay, so what we can do here, so I'm just going to copy this one and paste it here. Remove this class name, and here give the class name sm-2, sorry, me-2, and remove this span tag, and we can give also like loading. Okay, so let's see whether this one is also working or not. So now you can see that we have got this loading text along with the loading spinner. And if you feel like this is little bit down, so what you can do, you can apply some styling here, inline style. So you can give here like style margin bottom 5 pixel. So if you do that one, so we have to increase a little bit more. Let's give 8 pixel. Now you can see that both button got inlined here, and you can also apply this component as well inside this button. So let's see how we can do that. So we can just copy this one entire thing, and let's give to break, paste it here, and here we can give here grow. Okay, and you can give here grow, and let's go into the browser. So now you can see that we have got this other spinner component as well inside this button. So this is the spinner component that we have built with the Material Design Bootstrap. So now guys, we are going to see how we can implement a responsive navbar component with the help of React Material Design Bootstrap 5. So guys, this is a responsive navbar component. So if I reduce the size, so you can see that it is a responsive. So if you click on this hamburger, so you will get all your links here. So we have home, link, drop down. In drop down we have some option. Okay, and if you increase the size, then you will get the navbar in this form. Okay, so let's see how we can implement this responsive navbar with Material Design Bootstrap in our Visual Studio Code. So we need to go back to the Visual Studio Code. So guys, now I am going to create a file under this component folder. So the file name will be navbar. Okay, navbar.js, and let's generate React snippet. So rfce, and we need to bring some component from MDB React UI Kit. So I'm gonna paste the component that we need to bring from the MDB React UI Kit, because we have to bring a lot of component. So I'm just going to paste here. So you can see that these many components we need from our MDB React UI Kit in order to build the responsive navbar, and we also need to bring use state here. So we have to maintain one state in order to handle the toggle. So const so and set so. Okay, use state, and by default it will be the false. So instead of div we are gonna have a MDB navbar. Okay, so this will be also MDB navbar only, and inside that we're gonna specify some props. So expand LG light and background color we can give here primary, and then we have to specify MDB container, and then we're gonna have fluid as a props. Then we can define MDB navbar brand, and we can give the title like responsive navbar, and we can specify its style here. So you can also apply some inline style. So I wanted to give a color FFF, that means white. Okay, and after that we're gonna have a toggler. So MDB navbar toggler. Okay, and we need to pass some props. So the props like area control is equal to navbar supported content area expanded, and this will be false. Then area label, this will be like toggle navigation, and we have to provide one on click method. So we have to just do a opposite here. So set so whatever the value will be there, it will be basically opposite. So if it's false, then it will become true, and if it's true, then it become false whenever user click on the hamburger menu. So this is for maintaining the state for the hamburger menu when you decrease the screen size. So that's why we have to maintain the state for that toggler. So now we have to specify the icon for that one. So that's why we have bring MDB icon. So MDB icon, and icon will be having like bars. Okay, FAS, and again we have to provide some inline style. So this is same color we are going to give here, triple F. So let's copy this style. Actually we might need other place as well. After that we're gonna have MDB collapse. Okay, and then we need to pass some props. So navbar and show equal to show. So it will show all the link whenever you decrease the screen size. So MDB navbar nav. Okay, and we have to specify one class name here. So the class name will be like mr-auto MB -2 MB-LG 0. Okay, and inside that we're gonna have item. So MDB navbar item. Okay, and inside this MDB navbar item we're gonna having a MDB navbar link. Okay, and let's make first one as active, and let's paste the styling. So we're gonna have the same style, and you can give here area current page, and we're gonna have home. Okay, now the second item will be like link. So we can just copy this one and paste it here, and we can remove this one, and this will be link. Okay, and after that we're gonna having another navbar item, so we can just paste it here, but this navbar will have a drop down, so we can have a drop down here, so we can remove this one link part, and inside that we can have mdb drop down. Okay, then we're gonna have mdb drop down toggle, and we're gonna having a color, this one, so let's paste here, and we can give here tag, that will be the a, and class name nav link. Okay, and inside this toggle we have to define like drop down. Okay, now inside this drop down we're gonna having a some menu, so we can define like mdb drop down menu. Okay, then we're gonna having a mdb drop down link, which will having a link some like action 1. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this one, and this drop down item and this mdb drop down link will be wrapped into the mdb drop down item, so we need to wrap into the mdb drop down item. Okay, and inside this action one will goes. Okay, and now let's copy this one couple of time, mdb drop down item, and also we need to, okay, so let's copy this one mdb drop down item couple of time. Okay, so this will be like action 2 and action 3, and after this we're gonna have a form. Okay, so form with the class name, so we need to provide the class name like d hyphen flags input group w auto, and inside this class name we're gonna have a one input field. Okay, and in this input field, so it will be like type search. Okay, class name we can give here form control, placeholder you can give here like type query, and area label. Okay, we can give here like search. So, and after this input we're gonna have one button mdb btn. Okay, so the button value will be the search, and we can give our own color here for this button, so background color we can give here like 859 FAB. Okay, so I think we are done with this navbar component, and we can bring this navbar component into our app.js file. So we need to bring the navbar component into our app.js file, and we can show the navbar above the h3 tag. So navbar, so VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser. So you can see that we have got this navbar, and we have got this drop down in which we have action 1, action 2, action 3, and this is responsive as well. If you reduce the screen size, you can see you can see that we have a hamburger menu, and we have our menu here, so home, link, and drop down. Okay, so this is the responsive navbar component that we have built with the Material Design Bootstrap 5. Okay, so guys, now let's see how we can implement this footer section with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. Okay, so we have already built this navbar component, but now we are going to build this footer section. So guys, I'm not going to remove this navbar section, so let it be there. So let's see how we can build this footer component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. So let's go into the Visual Studio Code. So in the component folder, I am going to create a file footer. Okay, so footer.js, and let's generate a snippet here. And we need to bring some component from MDB React UI kit. So I'm just going to paste all those components that is required from MDB React UI kit. So we need these many components to build that footer section. Okay, so we don't need this one. Okay, and so we can use here like MDB footer. Okay, and next thing what we have to do, we have to provide some props here. So that will be like margin and background color. We can give here light, and we can give class name. So that will be like text center footer. So footer will be here inside the class name, text -lg left. Inside this footer we're gonna have a container, so MDB container. Okay, and in the class name we are gonna have p-4 pb-0. Then we're gonna need a form here, so form. Okay, and we'll having a MDB row. Okay, inside the row we're gonna have MDB column. Okay, and we need to pass some props, so size auto. Class name will be MB-4 MB-MD MB-MD-0. Then we're gonna have a p tag with the class name pt-2. Okay, inside that we're gonna have a strong tag, and we can give like sign up for our newsletter. Okay, and after that MDB column, we're gonna have another MDB column. Okay, so that will be, so we're gonna have another MDB column, and we're gonna have MD5. Okay, it will be in double quotes, size 12, class name it will be MB-4 MB-MD-0, and we're gonna have MDB input, and this will be the self closing. And inside this input we can have just type equal to text, and label we can give like email address. Okay, and after that we're gonna have one more MDB column. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this one and let's paste it here. So size will be the same and the class name will be the as it is. So this will be the button actually. So MDB btn, and we'll have like subscribe. Okay, after that form will get closed here, and this container will get closed here. Then we're gonna have a div. Then we're gonna have a div with the class name, text, center, and p-3. Okay, and we have to specify one inline styling. So we can give here like background color. So background color will be like RGBA 0 0 0 0.2. Okay, so something like this. So something like that we need to give here, and inside this div I am just going to paste some content here inside this div. Okay, so let me paste the content here. So this content I have just pasted here. So you can see that we have one copyright, and we have a date, and we have a one class name with the text dark, and inside that we have a mdbbooster.com. So this is the official website of the Material Design Bootstrap, and if you click, so you will basically navigate to the official website of the Material Design Bootstrap. So this is the content that I have given inside this div. Okay, so let's bring this component into our app.js file. So let's go into the app.js file, and we can bring here footer. Okay, so let's go into the browser. So you can see that we have got this footer at our bottom. So one thing you have to notice that I have added one class name here inside the footer. So inside the footer I have one class name footer. Okay, so this class name is not coming from the Material Design Bootstrap. I have given some styling so that footer always stay at the bottom. So this styling I have applied here in our app.css file. So you can see that we have one footer class name in our app.css file. So you can see that I have given some styling so that footer section should always stay at the bottom. So you need to give this styling into your app.css file, then only it works. Otherwise your footer component will display here, okay, at this point. So you have to give this styling in your app.css file so that it will always display at the bottom, because footer is always stay at the bottom in every website. So we have built this footer component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So now guys, we are going to see how we can implement this tab component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So you can see that tab 1 got active, and we have a description, a small description for tab 1, that tab 1 content goes here, and if you click tab 2 it will show tab 2 content goes here, and if you click tab 3 it will show tab 3 content goes here. So let's see how we can implement this tab component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code. So guys, I'm not removing this header and footer component, so let it be there. I'm not removing this one. So let's build this tab component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So guys, I'm going to create a file here that is called tab under the component folder. So tab.js, and I will generate some snippet here. So rfce, and we need some component from our MDB React UI kit. So from MDB React UI kit we need some component. So I'm just going to paste all those component. So this many component required to build the tab with Material Design Bootstrap, and we also need to bring use state here. Okay, and we have to define state, so active and set active. So by default when the app load in the browser, so tab 1 will get active. So by default we need to specify that tab 1 is active. Okay, and we have to define one handler to basically handle the state of active tab. So handle active tab. Okay, and it will receive a value. So if value is equal to active, then return. Okay, that's it. Okay, and then we have to just do a set active, and we have to pass this value. Now inside this return, first we have to use fragment here, then after that we have to use mdb tabs, and inside that we have to pass one prop, that is justify, with the class name mb-3. Then we're gonna have a mdb tabs item. Okay, and after that we're gonna have mdb tabs link, and on this tabs link we will have on click method. Okay, so that will be like handle active tab, and we can pass the tab 1 here. Okay, and we have to also check here active. So if active is equal to tab 1, then tab 1 here we have to specify. So likewise I will define other tab as well. So let me copy this one, mdb item 2 times. So I need to change only this one tab 2, and this one tab 2, and this one tab 2. For tab 3 it will be tab 3, tab 3, and tab 3. Okay, after that we're gonna have mdb tabs content. Okay, and inside that we're gonna have mdb tab pane. Okay, tabs pane. So we can give here like tab 1 content goes here, and we can just do a couple of time copy paste. So for tab 2 content goes here, for tab 3 content goes here, and this will only display, so show once active tab equal to tab 1. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this one, and I'm just going to paste it here. So this will be tab 2, and this will be the tab 3. Okay, and let's save this file. So let's bring this tab component into our app.js file. So here we can bring that one. So VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser. Let's refresh this one. So you can see that we have successfully implemented a tab component with Material Design Bootstrap. So if you click tab 2, it will show tab 2 content goes here. If you click tab 3, it will show tab 3 content goes here. So it was very simple to create a tab with the Material Design Bootstrap. Okay, and the last thing we are going to see in this video, that is how to display a data into a table component. So that is the last component that we are going to build in this video. So guys, now let's see how we can build this table component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code and start implementing this table component. So guys, I am going to create a file here inside this component folder. So the file name will be like data table.js, and let's generate a snippet here. Now we need to bring some component from our mdb react UI kit. So let's bring those component from mdb react UI kit. So we need here mdb table. Okay, then mdb table head, and mdb table body. Okay, and after this I am going to paste one data here. So this data we are going to display in the table, and after that we are going to replace this div with mdb table. Okay, and this will be the table, and let's give mdb table head. So table head will be the light only, and we are going to have row with th scope column. This will be like number, and let's copy couple of times. So this will be first name. Okay, this will be the last name, and this will be the email. Okay, so after mdb table head we are going to have mdb table body. Okay, and inside it we are going to display all the data that we have here. Okay, so data dot map item index, then we are going to return tr. Okay, table row, and this will having a key item dot id, then we are going to having a th. Okay, so this will be like index plus 1. So in array index start from 0, so I wanted to start the numbering from 1, so that's why I am increasing by 1 here. And scope we can give here row, then we are going to have table data td. So item dot first name, let's copy couple of times. So this will be last name, and this will be the email. Okay, so let's save this file, and let's bring this file into our app.js file. So I am going to bring this between navbar and footer. So data table, so VS Code automatically import that component, and let's go into the browser. So now you can see that we have successfully able to implement this table component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5, and we are able to display all the data, that is first name, last name, and email. And guys, you can also play with the color of this table head. So if you give table head like dark here, okay, so it will become dark. So guys, you can also play with the color in the table. So we have completed this table component, and this is the last component that we have built in this entire video with Material Design Bootstrap. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and we have built enough component with the help of Material Design Bootstrap. So now we can build any website with the help of Material Design Bootstrap 5 in a React. So I hope you have gained a lot of knowledge regarding the Material Design Bootstrap with React.